Hello, dear classmates and tutor. This is me, Pedro Juliana Maya Muñoz, and I'm going to present my lesson plan for this course, Didactics of Social Science. Okay, so let's start with the script. The principal topic of the lesson is communities. The objectives are to generate, interpret, and manipulate information from tools such as maps, globes, charts, graphs, database, and models to pose and answer questions about space and place, environment and society, and spatial dynamics and connections. The other one is to describe how physical processes such as erosion, earthquakes, and volcanoes have resulted in physical patterns on the Earth's surface and analyze their effects on human activities. The introduction of the lesson plan. So this lesson plan was designed for students in the 7th grade of Agustiniano School from Bucaramanga, Santander. These learners are between 12 and 13 years old. The lesson description. Warming up. The classes begins with a greeting, then the prayer, and then the topic to work its raised. Explaining, sorry, explaining the objective and the importance of the activities to be carried out. Then a video is projected to have ideas about the communities. Finally, a question is posed to capture the attention of the students and how their opinions on the subject. So this is the question. In what ways does geography help us understand our world? Developing activities. First, students will read in their students' book the unit about communities and then they will practice answering some questions for better understanding. 2. Students will work in a cooperative learning groups while drawing a picture of where they live. They will tell what region of world they live. I will have them think as a geographer and I will ask them to write one paragraph about what makes their neighborhood or state unquiet from the rest of the world and why. 3. Students and teachers will read together in class for comprehension and retelling strategies. Together, as a class, we will complete the big diagram. 4. Students will answer some questions by themselves and tell me which paragraph they found the answer and the page number. There are two questions here. One, how does culture develop and how does it shape our lives? 2. How does migration affect people and lands? The assessment for this lesson plan is what would students be able to know, understand, and do by the end of the unit. They would be to analyze how does people, goods, and ideas move from one location to another. Compare and contrast basic elements of culture. You evaluate the present elements of culture in your community. Create graphic organizers to compare and to contrast push and pull factors for immigration and elements of culture. Compare elements of their community to another teenagers community in a different country. So finally, as a class, we will discuss their responses and feedback their knowledge. So the conclusions. In this part, students will complete a guide worksheet by answering 5 oral questions first. Then, students will rewrite the questions and answer each question in a complete sentence. At the end, the students will also list the page number to where they found the answer in order to socialize them with all their classmates and the teacher. The closing. Students, through individual and collaborative work, strengthen, mechanize, and socialize the acquired knowledge through sharing experience, preference, and taste for culture. On the other hand, the observation in the interaction debates, questions with answers allow the students to conceptualize the topics work and open more research spaces. So thank you guys and tutor. This is all my explanation for my lesson plan. I hope you like it and understand me my English speech. So thank you for this talks and see you next time. Bye bye.